Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the State Palace Theater. Great venue here in New Orleans for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between these two great warriors.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Two guys that can really take each other out. What's the best means of defense?
Well, if one guy says to himself, I'm not the power puncher, then he has to be smart. He has to be technically solid in all areas. He's going to have the edge.
And a smart counterpunch by Johnson. Johnson's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Good block by Bad Intentions. It's as if they couldn't wait for the opening bell. Going at it right from the start, and we're still in the first round. Good stuff.
So it's like watching the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Pacific, and the Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean. Everything.
Not getting it done with that straight right hand. It's been a recent trend, Teddy, where we've seen in the heavyweight division a lot of Eastern Europeans dominating. Why do you think that is?
Same thing in basketball. I don't think they're the better athletes, but you know what? There's an urgency. There's a real hunger. This is their opportunity. The fight is over here, and the basketball players, for that part, they have too many options here. Over there, they make the most of it, and fundamentally, they're very sound.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Johnson. Johnson's coming up big here early on in the fight because he just showed his opponent, hey, listen, you got to be careful. I can counterpunch you.
No better way to slow down your opponent. You know, we know the other way you slow him down. You hit him right on the chin, and you make him say, hey, I don't want to walk in. But when you make him miss and you counter, that slows him down too.
And a well-placed counter by Johnson. Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Halfway through round number 2. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Nice block by Bad Intentions. There's an excellent combination by Johnson. Johnson's ability to properly throw and land his combinations has been stunning. Teddy, why is he so successful?
Because you just said it, he's putting them together. You know, 1 or 2 wouldn't land, but he's handcuffing the guy. And the first 2 punches, they set up the 3rd and 4th.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Multiple punches coming in now. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those 2 fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Good-looking counterpunch. Bad Intentions is using that jab well very early on here, Teddy. That could be a big benefit to him tonight.
Well, it's supposed to be, Joe. He has a real good wingspan. I mean, he's got those long arms. No better way to put him to use than to use that jab and use that jab at the right distance.
Halfway through this round.
You need to block more. He's working the jab.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top.
Up and down, side to side.
And yet another right hand lands. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Seconds remaining in this round. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Good defensive skill. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. What a good counterpunch by Johnson. He is very much being tested here, even though he's likely up on the scorecards. He's getting a real test here.
Yeah, Joe, a test that will serve him in the future. If he goes on to win this fight, which I think he will, he's going to take what he learned here today, what he gained here today, and it's going to serve him as he moves forward in his career.
Targeted counterpunch by Johnson. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. Comes right back at him with a left hand. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Blocks that punch. Good job protecting himself. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Boy, just staying on the outside away from danger and scoring well. A headshot blocked.
More punches, work the body again. Keep moving, keep moving around the ring.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
What a good counterpunch by Johnson. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. On the mark, the counter punch by Johnson. A crafty counter punch after a fine defensive effort by Johnson. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Able to dismiss it. Devastating blow by Johnson. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Johnson. Blocks away that headshot. And another shot comes in. Good block there by Johnson. That time, landing the counterpunch. This is really good work here, kind of like a boxing 101, and it's paying off. He's popping off that jab. He's staying at a safe, longer range here, and he's controlling this fight.
Yeah, he's controlling real estate. Matter of fact, he looks like a real estate broker to me. He's charging a lot of money for ground right there. Every inch, every foot that his opponent tries to come in, he doesn't charge him $10, $20, $30. He charges them 3, 4, 5 punches.
Good block by Bad Intentions. Unable to score with the hook. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Johnson.
He's done. He's done.
6 rounds in the books, 6 to go. Nice block by Johnson. Oh boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Good block there by Bad Intentions. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. And a well-placed counter by Johnson. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Good job protecting himself. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Good block by Bad Intentions. Johnson's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. A good block. Parries that punch intended for the head. Right back to the body. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Great movement to get away from those punches. Blocks that punch. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Johnson's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
A nice block by Bad Intentions. Good block by Bad Intentions. Comes right back with a shot of his own. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Targeted counterpunch by Johnson. Teddy, it's one of my favorite times of one of our fight broadcasts. When we make the declaration, he has to have a knockout to win.
And how's he going to do it? Well, I think he's got to be a photographer. He's got to be a guy that goes in the darkroom, really, Joe, and start looking at the negatives. During the night, a lot of pictures have been taken. He's got to go now and look back at those pictures and remember something, that he saw something. He saw a moment. He saw a spot where the guy dropped his hand. He pulled back, and he's got to go, and he's got to act on that moment.
A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Comes right back with some offense of his own. See, not just one jab, he throws that second one right behind it. Nice combination by Johnson. Good block by Bad Intentions. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Bad Intentions. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
A headshot blocked. Good block there by Bad Intentions. to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Johnson. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special effects have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Nice block by Bad Intentions. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Way to block there. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecard.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Able to show you his blocking ability. Able to dismiss it. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Good defensive skill with the block by Bad Intentions. Good return fire that time. Protecting his head well with his guard. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Showing you some defense there with the block. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. And he returns on that exchange. And this is the final round. 12 rounds going at you. And this is the final round. Round number 12 coming at you. Blocks that punch. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Solid power punch puts him down. Some way he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid this opponent like the Black Plague.
Nice block by Johnson. And he returns on that exchange. Well-targeted counterpunch by Johnson. And we send it up to the ring at the end of this fight to hear what the judges had to say. Your winner by unanimous decision, Teddy.
Well, the question from the beginning was, could he get inside and make it his kind of fight? He did.